guys,
Hi again, it's Nicole.
and Lucy reporting to you live from Bangkok.
Today we decided to do a more serious topic as opposed to last week's lighthearted topic. Although this topic has been beaten to death by the media and films and social media, everything. Everyone knows about it.
And everything, yeah.
It's human trafficking. The reason why we decided to do this topic is because we've heard of shocking stories of late that are still going on, and it actually happened to people that we know personally.
Right.
So we decided that we should really talk about this again and hopefully educate people as to why this happens, how to prevent it from happening, and save people a lot of distress
And headaches.
yeah. Okay.
Yes, so we're here to educate you. Please stay tuned and please subscribe.
Okay. Before we get too far into the video, we are going to be discussing Africa specifically and Asia specifically.
Yeah.
We're going to be discussing Africa because we are Africans.
Yeah.
I am from South Africa.
And I'm from East Africa.
And the reason why we're discussing these specifically is because we know facts about it, and people that happen to are from the same countries as well.
Right.
This is a global problem, but yes, we are only focusing on Africa and
Because
Asia.
we do know.
We know facts, yes.
Facts about it.
Okay, so this is what we've been told, this is what we've read, and this is what we've researched. Girls from these countries, mostly prominently girls, but it also could be guys, but we've heard mostly from women. It's usually younger women
Yeah.
that it happens to, that are just fresh out of college or actually just not employed,
Yeah.
or at a job that's an undergraduate, or like menial jobs. So they're looking to better their lives and to make their mark on the world, and they do want to travel, but as we know, if you live in Africa, traveling is expensive.
Yeah.
Then they are lured in by a catfish. A catfish is a person that pretends to be someone they're not, for those of you that are living in the Stone Age.
Are you a catfish?
You'll never know.
Okay.
But for the record, I'm not a catfish. Okay, so like they meet with these people that are, so professional,
Yeah. Clean
clean looking,
fancy.
high in society sometimes. People know them in the community, that sort of thing. So they seem to come across as being reputable. Some even go so far as to having offices
Yeah.
and documentation drawn up, obviously fraudulent documents, but lots of people don't realize is that in this day and age you can print just about anything, even from your living room.
Yeah.
So then people get taken in by that because they're like, okay, this is legitimate, someone knows them, they're on social media. Suddenly Facebook has become, and Twitter and Instagram have become the bar that people use to measure others against, which is not a good idea in this sense. Okay.
People lie.
Yes. So please
Beware.
be very aware of that. So they find these women, then they approach them and start smooth talking things out, like a rags to riches story, basically about themselves, showing that they have the good life, with pics from their social media, and they have this connection and that connection, and they're going to assist. Yes.
Driving Mercedes.
Looking good, like the high life, everyone's dream. Okay.
Yeah.
So these girls are taken in by it, and then they're told that they need to pay a certain fee for their placement as well as their airline ticket.
Yeah.
These girls pay this fee. What would you say the fee is about?
About $2,000, 2005. Depends with what the catfish is telling them to pay.
Yeah. So they pay this money in, and then there it goes. Like, everything's legitimate for them at that point in their mind.
Right.
They go to these countries, and this is where the problem actually starts. Now, the reason why we think that this is a prevalent problem is because it's difficult to obtain a visa to get into Asia for African nations.
Yeah, really.
It's with good reason, I would think, because lots of Africans in the past have come in here and have been caught for smuggling drugs and
doing fraud, 419.
As well as trafficking people and illegal goods like ivory and that sort of thing, and other unknown substances.
I mean, other nationalities are doing.
Yes,
but
of course,
we do-
others are doing it, but it is a high prevalence of Africans that have been caught doing this.
Yeah.
So because of that, the laws have changed and they have sort of discriminated against all or most African nations.
No, all. Not
well,
most. I think it's all. We're all
Okay.
in one pot now.
Okay, so all African nations, and it's with good reason, you know. It's not like we are, you know, picking on the law or we're saying that it's right or wrong. There is a reason that they do so. It's because it's trying to protect the nation as a whole, like the Asian nations, as well as the people that live here.
Yeah.
And they're just trying to get them like a clean reputation and clean up their streets and that sort of thing.
Right.
So going back to the story is these girls know it's difficult to travel here because they might have tried before and they were declined visas. Also, to obtain a visa in Thailand, you need to leave the country. You can't be in Thailand to obtain a visa.
No.
So by these people coming up to them and saying, you know, this is how easy it is and we're going to do it for you, obviously they hold on to it with both hands.
Yeah. So like most girls, they get visas from home. Now when they come here, the first 3 months they have the tourist visa that they got from home, and then when they get here, they realize that there are no jobs, there's no employment here for them. Then they are forced to do prostitution, and when they enter the prostitution industry now, they struggle to make money. They struggle to make ends meet. They have to pay the pimp. They have to pay him a certain amount after. I mean, when they get here already.
Yes, these are the catfish girls that Lucy's referring to.
Yeah.
The ones that, you know, were lured in. They realize that there's no position available. The position that was actually available is for them to go into prostitution.
Yeah.
And they're stranded. They have to pay certain amounts
another
of money.
$3,000 or maybe $4,000.
That's a huge amount.
Depends on what the catfish tells them to pay.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Usually their passports are taken from them when they arrive, so there's no way of them, you know, escaping and just going without a passport because, like we said, there is already suspicion about African nations, people from there. So, you know, no one's really going to believe that story, or it's going to be very difficult to prove that you are here and this happened to you. You could just be seen as another drug smuggler or someone that illegally got into the country.
Yeah.
So in saying that, it is a serious problem. What we can advise that you do is you need to educate people around you and educate yourself as to how you can help yourself avoid the situation.
Right.
Firstly, you can Google the person. Google is a powerful tool to use. Don't just Google the person, Google their company, Google the cause, Google any keywords.
You should do a lot of research.
Yes.
As much as you can. But these people use fake names. They keep changing names as well.
Yes, of course. But if you Google, I think you can, if you are a person that, you know, knows what you're looking for. For example, if you type in scam, bad experience, review.
In Thailand. So you
words like this with the person's name or the company's name. The reason why I say that is because if you Google anyone like you just Google a person or like a company, usually the bad stuff doesn't just pop out there.
No.
But I've realized, you know, with personal experience that if you type bad reviews, scam, that sort of thing, if I want to get into any business venture, then that's what I do.
Yeah.
And I find lots of things that are shocking. So I think that can help.
It's amazing.
Also, go onto the person's Facebook, their Instagram, get all their details, their Twitter, all of this.
Dig.
Go onto their timelines and then try to, you know, get as much information as possible. You might find that you can already see that there's indiscrepancies.
Yeah, you could.
Some of them have offices, like I said, so, you know, you can maybe find out about that as well if you really are wanting to come here. Another key thing that you can do is contact the embassies that are based here.
Yeah.
And they can also assist you, I would think, with helping you, track down if this is a legitimate sort of business venture. Or they can advise you about the laws and if this job that you were offered is something that fits within the laws that are of that country, right? So that's the advice that we can give you, and if you need to know anything further, then you can always put it in the comments and we can elaborate further for you. With no problem. And
for the Tanzanians, we do have a Tanzanian community here, so you can Google Tanzanian community in Thailand, and you can get all information there. So email us and we'll try to assist you as much as we can if you're interested in coming here, or you got someone who's trying to recruit you to come to Thailand for work.
And for South Africans and other African nations, you do have embassies that are available to you here. If not here, then it can be a consulate in neighboring countries. And you can contact them as well, and I'm sure they're going to assist you. So do so. And if you know of anyone traveling here, neighbors, family, friends that want to start a life here, I think it's important for you to tell them to do their research and make sure that they know what they're getting into.
Yes.
If you're going to meet with these people that promise you these beautiful dreams, I also have this advice that nothing worthwhile ever comes easily. So go in there with skepticism, or with a person at least that's a skeptic, that is a skeptic. We
get
all know someone
older. And for all you young girls out there, just get someone older to come with you. And wiser, or sometimes just the wisest person please go with them. And let them review with the person.
Write down some questions for this person, this supposed interviewer and whatever. Write down all the questions you need to know, things that you're worried about and that sort of thing. And make sure you tell your family who you're going with, when you're leaving, all those details. So if you don't contact them within a certain amount of time, they're going to contact the police.
Exactly. Yes, please do that. I mean, this is very concerning and it's very heartbreaking seeing these girls here and seeing their condition.
Yes.
It's very sad. And Thai prison is a very scary place to be.
Yes.
You wouldn't want to be there, really.
Yeah, some girls, they're a former shadow of themselves, their bodies have basically broken down, and so have they mentally. You can imagine the abuse that they had to endure, and it's really it's shocking to see.
It's really heartbreaking.
No one, not even any creature in this world should go through something like that.
Yeah. So please share our videos with your friends. Share this message. If you can share the video, share a word of mouth that you've heard. We are not talking about stories that we're seeing online. This is something that we've seen firsthand information,
and something that's not so publicized, because there's lots of filtering with the media. So
yes,
just try to help someone if you can.
Okay. Yeah.
Thank you very much for watching.
Yes. Please subscribe.
Okay. Goodbye.
Bye. Till next